Hello, I'm Chris, this is Gross Models, and welcome to issue 107 of the Terminator Build the T-800. Now this, I think, is a fairly momentous episode. I think we're finishing the model itself. I could be wrong, there could be extra bits that come along later, but I think this is the last parts to be built. Look, the back of his head and neck tubes, and then the start of the display base. So yeah, I could be wrong, but it looks that way to me. So in this issue, we are connecting the battery, attaching the back of the head, and fit an LED into its housing. So yes, we need some super glue and a cocktail stick, the model from the last issue, and a fine crosshead screwdriver, which we have. So yes, we've got these 1074, 2 neck connectors. Right, okay, that's interesting. We've got some magnets as well, and light and things and screws, and the big back of head. So without further ado, let's get on with the actual build itself. We are starting with the head. So I have from way back when, apparently issue 3, we have the battery box. Now we don't need the little connecting circuit anymore. That was the one that we just plugged in the LEDs to, so we don't need that. But we do need, back from yonder, we have the entirety of the Terminator. Now, as I've said before, I haven't got the bottoms of the legs or the arms connected because we're still moving around and doing things with it. So I didn't want to have the added weight and potential damage of those things floating around, which I'm very thankful for now. So here we have the back of his head. Now into the back of his head, we are going to be fitting the battery box. Now I have tested the batteries that I've got in this and they're okay. So that's good. This goes in that way round and basically just drops in there like that. That's quite cool. That's quite easy. That's even easier than I thought. Then we've got the 2 neck shafts to fit. It says the broader parts go into these tubes, just like that. And then the top parts will go through there, and we'll do things to those momentarily. Where's the other one? Around here somewhere. There it is. I can't see it from this angle, but it's there. It's there. So that goes in there and then comes up there. Now onto the top of these, we're going to be using the washers and the screws with the sort of built-in washers. Let's get 2 of those out. That's quite convenient. I'll leave those over there. That's all for the other bits. But we do need these out as well. As well as a screwdriver. Now I haven't got a screwdriver to hand here, which is just one of the free ones from one of the part works. I don't know which one, but as we're not going to be doing very much with it, I shall be using that one. It is magnetic, so we can get that in there, then get the rubber washer on there as well. Eventually, somehow it does fit. I've seen it fit. There it is. Right, and this is going into the end of the tube that we've just fitted, but it's doing it in a rather difficult way because it's got to go down through the top of the head through there, so I can't actually see it from this angle. So let's figure out how this is going to work. I don't think that screwdriver's got a fine enough tip. Let's go for a different one. That one feels better. Right, let's see if I can maneuver things a little bit. I can see on the screen what I'm doing. No, I really can't. Right, in that case, as I've just dropped the washer off there, I shall pause the video, dig out the bit, and put these on where I can manipulate and see it. But unfortunately, you won't be able to see it on the screen. But trust me, it's all I'm doing. Okay, that was, without a doubt, one of the hardest parts of this build so far. It's just tricky to get into, hard to hold in place. You can't see what you're doing. You can't get to it. Yeah, I'm happy I don't have to do that again. I did it again with the other side, but that's it now. That's done. I'm not doing any more with that. Right, now we have to connect all the plugs. Plug the connectors into the circuit board, working clockwise from bottom left. Eye motor, left eye, power cable, right eye, and jaw motor. Basically, they're only going to fit in one thing, so that's going to go in there like that. or the other way up. The other way up, of course it is. It wouldn't be naturally going the way that it wants to go. It would have to be the other way up. So that's going to go in there. Then we've got an eye in there. We've got left eye and right eye. Obviously, it doesn't really matter which way round they go because they're both going to light up at the same time. I don't think it's programmed to wink. So we've got that to go in there. The other eye up here. And then the other one, whichever that one was, that's the jaw motor by the looks of it, which has got to go that way up. Like that. Here we go. And then we've got the big power connector going there. Now I believe, although it doesn't seem to say in the instructions, that if I push this test thing, the eyes should light up. If I turn it on, that's always useful. So the battery pack on, and then turn him over. Well, I might have turned it off. Oh, there we go, the eyes flashed. So that means something's happening. Yeah, there's things happening. Until everything gets connected up and the controls are activated, we won't really be able to tell. So I'll turn that off for now, but we're leaving him all connected and wired up like that. And then I'm turning the page and seeing what happens next. Next we've got to do some things with the... Yeah, it would have been easier to do that without this and then just connect them all up together. So let me move him out of the way. There he goes. Now we're putting the magnets into here. We've got 4 magnets and 4 places to put them. That's them. Now we need to make sure we get them the right way round so they work with the magnets on the back of the head. So let's get these separated first. So we've got 2 big magnets and 2 smaller magnets. And I shall need the back of the head to make sure I get the polarity the correct way round. So this is going to go on like that there. So that one up there is one of the big ones, and that goes that way round. That's that way. Does it matter? Are these just magnets or are they metal? These are just metal, so it doesn't actually matter which way round it goes. That's useful to know. Okay, I shall assume the same about the bottom. No, I won't. I'll test it because you don't want to assume things. Yeah, that's going on either way round. It's not repelling in different directions. Come on, grab it and turn it around just to double check. Turn it around that way. And yeah, that's grabbing on. So you don't have to worry about which polarity because these are just going on to metal. One less thing to worry about. That's always useful. So I'm gonna stand him up over there. Just about, yep. Yeah, so that last bit wouldn't have been fun if you've already glued your arms and legs, or glued, put your arms and legs on. So yeah, be careful doing that. Right, I'm going to put some glue into the holes on this rather than trying to glue the magnets themselves. A little bit in each of the holes. And then I can just pop these in where they need to go. Not like that. I'd actually put them in as 2 and then I can take the top one off. That's the easy way of doing the first one. Might not be the easy way of doing the second one, but you know, with the other magnets went, they went up over there. Yeah, so a worthy, I can do the same thing on this one. A worthy last part of the actual Terminator build, I think. I think we've got the remote to build and come along yet, but not quite yet. So that's that. Now it does say to put it back on the back of the head, but I'm not going to do that quite yet. I'm going to give that time to dry, so I'll do that last. Next up, I'm going to be sorting out the spotlight, or the first spotlight. For this, we are taking the LED, bending the cables so they fit through the recess in the edge of the circuit board. Right, let's have a look. Recess in the edge. Oh, that bit there. Right, okay, that's easy. We can do that. That goes up there. Cool. Now these are quite a neat little LED. I think they're very, very bright, and they have a lens which is going to make them even better. But we can't test these yet, so we don't really know for sure. This is going onto here. Does it have a direction? I don't think it does. No, it just fits around there. The fit is quite loose at this stage. It sort of is, yeah. No, there are 4 lips on the side which hold it. Yeah, that's going on there quite nicely like that. Okay. Then this is going. Oh, it's going through the middle part of that. Okay, and then it's going on there. Couldn't have bothered doing that yet because it didn't really work. And then obviously the 4 holes on that are lining up on there. A bit like that. Cool. And then we're using 4 of the screws, which will be those ones, not that one, but that one. There's a 4th. So let's get them in there. This is the underside of the bulb anyway, so you're not going to see any of these screws. As ever, get them all in before you tighten them all down. In there, 3rd one. Get a couple of turns on it. That'll do it. And the last one on there. Now we know it's all lined up and the board is fitted properly, the wire's not trapped. You can go back in and tighten them all down. And then I shall turn over the page and find out what's next. I'm pretty sure it's going to be fitting one of these 2 pieces that I've got left, and then fitting the other one of these 2 pieces that I've got left. And then I can go back and do the head. Let's have a look, see. Next page, we are doing, fitting the lens into the top. That side fits out, push it in until it clicks. So it's just going in over the top of the LED like that, and it's just currently clipping in place. I didn't hear it click, but it's not moving. So I'm thinking that is probably in place. And it looks like it's doing the job. So now we're going to be putting the wire through here. Getting that all the way up to there. And again, being careful the wire's not being trapped through anything. We need one of the nuts from here and the other bolt to hold it in place. So I'll put the nut over the hole, put the screw through from the other side. Keep your finger on the nut so it doesn't fly off. Then you should be able to feel that tighten up into there. There we go. So that now has got a pivot movement on there, and obviously we'll be able to rotate through there as well. So that's that bit done. We'll plug that onto the base when we build the base. But first of all, we've got to put the back of his head on. So let's see, we've just got to basically get these wires tucked out the way so they don't get caught on the outside anywhere. And this should go on like that, and it's held in place by the magic of magnets. It's not quite down there at the front. I think the wire's perhaps at the top. There's too much wire on this, but that's not really a shock because it was the test board from way back when, wasn't it? There we go. Now, considering how far between, this bit and this bit, it's not a bad match. I mean, obviously the fit's going to be fine, but So there we have the completed Terminator head. And indeed, the completed Terminator. What I'm going to do is have a quick look and see if there's anything that I think needs adjusting or tightening or fixing on this. And then I'll go ahead and put the arms and legs back on, because I think that's finished with the build bit of this. So, yeah, some stuff to do with him. But that's in the future. For now, that's that part of the build completed. Next week, we're starting on the actual base. So that's going to be fun. Different, but fun. So, thank you all for watching. Hope you're enjoying the build, and it's coming close to the end now. That's not a hot ring, that's a screwdriver. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye for now. Almost forgot. I didn't look at the rest of the magazine. So, after the build, they're talking about the film Bloodshot, which I quite enjoyed. It's a good, you know, brainless action movie. It's fine. Does the job. Vin Diesel in there, who's also in the Fast and the Furious. I'm also building Dom's Charger, so have a look for that series as well. Yeah, link it through and play it in, and yeah. Swallowing the Surgeon. Oh, it's what's the film from the 80s and the small and the shrinking thing. I can't remember it now. As soon as I press stop, it's going to come back to me. Not Inside Out. That's completely different. Inner Space. That was it. There we go. Yes, where they shrunk down and had a fight inside the body. That's quite cool. Fun. They could do it with a remake. And yes, there we go. We'll be back in next week's issue. We get some base. I think a quarter of the base and some rocks to go onto it, but something we can attach the spotlight to. So yes, I'm really going this time. So thank you for watching. We'll see you soon. Bye bye for now.